Hello and welcome to the Eastern Idaho planning briefing for Saturday, October 10th. We have a lot of weather to talk about here that will be occurring in the next 24 hours or so. So let's get started. All right, we are looking for a strong cold front to sweep through southern Idaho during the late afternoon and evening hours. At first, the first thing it'll do is it'll increase the wind, and so we have a wind advisory in effect for some locations, mostly in the central Idaho mountains, the Snake River Plain, and the northern highlands. It'll also eventually, late this afternoon into through tonight, will bring moderate to heavy rain, and that would range from a quarter inch to 1.25 inches. That 1.25 inches is mostly in areas in the central Idaho mountains west of a Chalice-Stanley line. Lighter amounts elsewhere, probably more like a quarter to a half an inch. And then elsewhere, we're expecting most locations to get rain of 2/10 to 6/10 of an inch. And that includes Pocatello and Idaho Falls, Blackfoot, the other major cities. The snow level will develop overnight. It'll lower to 6,100 feet. If you're in the central Idaho mountains, especially above 7,000 feet, expect 1 to 6 inches of accumulation that will stick for at least a day, and 1 to 2 inches in the eastern highlands, and between 6,100 and 7,000 feet in the central Idaho mountains, again, about up to 2 inches is possible, most of it melting during the day on Sunday. So those are the big items, and that's all within the first 24 hours. So here's a satellite. You can see pretty nondescript storm here, but there's a lot of moisture in this plume that will be pushing in to Idaho here in the next, starting, this afternoon. All right, so this is an overview. You can see today we're loaded up. We have a wind advisory in effect that stays in some places through tomorrow. And those places are highlighted in yellow and orange. So we're looking at wind and rain in the lower elevations. And then you can see when we get into the higher elevations for Saturday and then later Saturday night, it will change to snow. We've already talked about the accumulations there. And this wind, we actually have a wind advisory in effect for the Snake River Plain. It'll last both Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoon and evening. We're also looking for it in the Lost River and in other locations in the central Idaho mountains. Along with that, they are getting the snow, 1 to 6 inches in that area. You can see just a slight chance of snow showers for most locations on Sunday. Unless you're in the northern part of it, then there is a chance for some rain. It'll be more showery on Sunday, and accumulations will be much lighter than whatever we get Saturday. Should also say Saturday with accumulations of an inch, there is a concern for flooding. So that would be something to watch for if you're in those heavy areas. Again, that would be west of a Chalice Stanley line. On Monday, it'll continue to be windy, mostly in the valley locations, and that continues into Tuesday. It lets up a little bit, and then Wednesday it returns on the Snake Plain. And then we have a slight chance of diminishing chances of rain and snow as we go on. Especially on Tuesday, it really drops down to just areas that border Montana and central Idaho mountains. So let's watch the evolution of temperatures today. Not too bad before the front gets here. A lot of these high temperatures may actually occur in the early afternoon. And then you can see the huge change on Sunday. Highs now, instead of in the 70s, in the 50s for the populated areas. Monday begins to rebound a little bit, maybe some 60 degrees in the eastern Magic Valley as the skies start to clear. But still, this is actually colder than normal. Normal right now for Pocatello would be in the lower 60s. Okay, here are the low temperatures. You can see lots of below zero stuff here for Sunday morning. So do expect snow in places like Stanley, Sun Valley, Not so much Haley. They're borderline. Mackey's sort of borderline. Chalice borderline. Salmon borderline. But you get into those high elevations, there'll be snow. Island Park, snow. Driggs, likely snow. Low temperature on Monday morning, continues cold, but not as much showery activity going on, so it'll just be cold. Not a whole lot of snow falling at this point. And Tuesday morning, again, staying cold. These would be below normal for this time of year. Okay, the wind speeds, anywhere where you see yellow would be 30 miles an hour or more. That's where the wind advisory is. So you can see it does go into the central Idaho mountains and portions of the Snake River Plain. Here it is at its peak on Saturday evening. Sunday, it continues to be breezy to windy. Sunday morning, it dies down a little bit, but here it comes back Sunday afternoon. And here it dies on Sunday evening. So it only goes until 6 p.m. on Sunday. And after that, you can see it subsides quite a bit. For those with fire interests, here's the relative humidity outlook for Saturday. You see there is an area below 15% over the INL property. So there is concerns if a fire should get established anywhere between the Arco Desert, INL, and then Craters of the Moon, and in this direction, that it could really set off today. We do have a Haynes index, at least this morning, as the wind start of 5 in a lot of locations, and even 6 in some localized areas. That will all, of course, change overnight, and by Sunday, they'll all be down into 2s and 3s. So here you can see on Sunday afternoon, a humidity outlook is very much improved. All right, so don't forget, cold front during the late afternoon and evening hours today and tonight. There is a wind advisory in effect, and that lasts not only this afternoon, but tomorrow afternoon as well, which will also be very windy. We're looking at moderate to heavy rain in the central Idaho mountains and moderate rain elsewhere. And don't forget, snow. So our first real kind of winter storm here this fall. Snow level developing overnight, lowering to 6,100 feet. Expect 1 to 6 inches in the central Idaho mountains and 1 to 2 in the eastern highlands. That's all I have. If you have any further questions, you can always contact us at this number or check out the weather yourself at weather.gov/Pocatello. Thanks for watching.